Hey YouTube, if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Nika and I play Isaac every single day. And if you're not new here, welcome back. I hope you guys are having a good Friday, a better Friday than me. Today's been a rough day and it didn't go the way I wanted it to, and I'm not feeling well. And I almost didn't make a video, and then I said, you know what? I would be honored to make a video even though I feel like I've been injected with no energy serum and pain serum. I still wanted to make a video, and I was like, what do I do today? And then I thought about it and I'm like, man, the cheeks are truly calling to me in a way that is nearly religious. So here we are, ultra greedier mode, because I would love to see the cheeks once and then see them again. That would be the best thing ever. And I decided to do an Eden run just because I was like, I don't want to make choices. I don't want to choose what I start with or who I start as. So instead, I'm going to be Eden, and guess what I got? Vade Retro. I always say Vade, and I'm like, am I just like Sade? Am I just being ridiculous right now? Not that she's being ridiculous. I'm saying, like, am I just hearing her name in my mind and saying it like that? Is it certainly just Vade? Very well could be. Is it Vod? Very well could be. I have no idea, but I do think it's actually going to be quite helpful for a greed run as long as I don't die in the first 14 seconds because I only have one heart. I think it's going to be really, really helpful, and I think if I, like, don't leave between the, the rounds, and I actually, like, do well, I could kill a lot of enemies with the ghosts that are there. Although I feel like that didn't kill any of them, though maybe I just didn't hit any of them is the case too. So I'm hoping that that works. I saw it and I was like, that actually seems like a relatively decent start for this mode. I'm not angry about it. And the goal is to just sort of win, to be honest with you. I don't even want the badoinkadoinks, the delicious bonky donk, to get me down. You know what I mean? I want me to be up. When I see the badoink, oh, that's a bad sentence. I was gonna say when I can't even speak, can't even talk, I'm not real, nothing's real. I was going to say when I see the badoinkadoink, I want to be up, not down. That sounds a little too much, okay? At the end of the day, he's not real. That badoinky doink don't really got me that down bad. May the cheeks be a little enticing at times? Certainly. But not to the point that I'm bricked up from a... What am I talking about? What am I talking about? Horrible, horrible, terrible start for a video. Any video ever at all, actually, that was bad and should be... I should be sued, rightfully so. Please don't actually sue me for every reason under the sun, including all legal ones. That's a joke. I am not opening up the window, the door, anything to be being sued. And even if I was, you would get nothing from me. I am so poor. Please don't sue me though. I'm sorry I said some fuck shit. That's as per usual on this channel. Okay, can't sue me for it. I'm pretty sure I'm getting like a fever, okay? I feel very feverish and hot right now. My brain is operating at a level that is suboptimal for me. You have to be nice to me, okay? You can't be mean, you have to be nice. That's the rules on this lovely channel. I have a lot of things I could yap about, but I'm like, do I even bother? I can't even fucking say the song. I'm so tired, guys. I'll yap about today a little bit because I woke up in so much pain that I'm still in. God, it's like clockwork. It really is with this fucking phone. I woke up in so much pain. I'm still in, you guessed it, so much pain. Like, I am so disinterested in moving because my body is so, like, and I'm so fevery, like, I'm so hot. And whenever I get, like, a disability-related fever, which is one of my least favorite symptoms of my disability, outside of, like, all the pain and stuff, is actually the fevers. Because, oh, I'm, like, really far away from the mic. Oopsie! Immediately peeking out the mic is real. Because they're so uncomfortable, like, and there's really nothing I can take for them. Like, I could take ibuprofen, like a regular fever, but I'm not meant to be taking NSAIDs because of my stomach. So I can't really take much for it. So I'm just sort of, like, hot and clammy and just sort of sweaty. And I was feeling really bummed out. I had therapy today. Shout out Fred, as always. And I was like, I'm handling it with both humor, and I'm also not handling it well at all. Like, feeling poorly so often does take a pretty massive toll on your mental health, at least in my experience. I just said Vade Retro is good and then immediately took the Book of Belly. Whatever, it's also good. In my experience, being disabled in general, but having so much pain, it just feels like life is fragile. Like if something were to go wrong, it could jeopardize my entire living, which is really scary. And so sometimes I don't handle that well. Like sometimes I get really depressed about that. And also just you just feel lousy like often, and you sort of feel down and out. Like people are not going to want to be around you, they're not going to want to deal with you, they're not going to want to whatever. And that's kind of true, unfortunately, which just makes it a lot harder to get through it anyways, because then you're also thinking about like, am I being a burden? Do people want to spend time with me? Am I worth spending time with? All these things that sort of run through my head on a regular daily basis as I like struggle to feel well. So it's kind of like, it's like threefold. Like I almost said treefold, Lamau. It's like threefold in the sense that like I don't feel well. By the way, I'm sorry if my voice sounds really scratchy. I have like a sore throat. Which I am almost 1,000% sure I am not actually sick. This happens every single time I don't feel well. Knock wood. Okay? Yeah, you hear that? That wood's getting knocked. Okay? I'm not trying to fucking jinx it. But I, haven't been around anybody. And I just feel every single time my throat gets sore, I get a headache, I get a fever, and then I just feel really run down. It's always a low grade fever, like you can tell the difference. And then I just feel run down. And it's like, or could we fucking not? And to be honest with you, getting that back MRI back and it just being bad, like, threw me for a loop. I mean, I knew my back was bad, clearly. Most people under the age of 30 are not throwing their back out on a yearly basis and struggling with the pain for months. That's not normal. I also didn't think it was going to be as bad as it is. I thought it was going to be like one little section of my back is just kind of messed up, but it's like all the sections of my back are kind of messed up. So I've just been like reeling a little bit. I think that's why it took me so long to sort of get up and do this, because I was like, okay, I'm going to do this and this and this today. But when you're in pain, it's like hard to think straight, actually. In my experience, like I struggle to coherently think about what I'm going to do and what my day is going to look like and how to get it done when I'm like sitting around in pain and I like can't get comfortable. It's hard to like rest enough for my brain to feel like I'm making sense. I don't know if any of this is making any sense, and I apologize if it's not. I'm just sort of rambling because I've had like a day where I'm just super in my head about it all. But at the end of the day, being in my head about it doesn't really do much either. Like nothing changes the situation, and nothing, I mean it, changes the situation. I mean, I'm in physical therapy and stuff, so I hope that helps, and nothing changes what's wrong with me. And I think I've just been like feeling so sad. Like I actually really never in my life have I ever felt bad for myself, and I still don't. But to like the little girl that was really hoping things would get better and I would start feeling better, I feel sad for her, which doesn't feel like me anymore because I'm pushing 30. So it's not me anymore. But she's somewhere in there, and she was like, I don't know, man. She was really hoping we were going to like figure it out and have this like wonderful answer where I would just start feeling better. And that just didn't happen. Like that just isn't the case. It'll actually probably statistically more than likely never be the case. It's like a big old bummer. Please don't piss me off right now. Thank you. Not to complain or anything. Like things at the end of the day could objectively be worse, and I'm aware. So I'm not complaining or anything in that nature. And I don't want you guys to think that I'm complaining. I'm not complaining. As a matter of fucking fact, I think I'm funny for some reason. I'm not. I'm gonna put this as a disclaimer before what I'm about to say. So you'll hear this before you hear the rest of my thoughts. I'm not complaining in the slightest, and I don't want you guys to consider me complaining. I'm actually just talking about my life experience. So please don't think I'm complaining moving forward ever, really, because I'm not. I think it's just fun. Like, I know this is weird, but I think it's just fun for me to share my life experience, because a lot of people I know don't have it, and a lot of people I don't know do have it. So in order to figure out who might relate or who might need to hear something, or if somebody who's just fucking interested, I just talk about stuff. But I'm not complaining. Okay, I'm going to put that before I start talking about how I've been feeling today and stuff, so that way everybody knows, and I will cut it out from this part. So you guys are, like, technically seeing the end of the last floor before you see the rest of it, but now you know I made it. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Hello. I did make it, which is wonderful. Okay, on to the next floor. Be gentle with yourselves and just be patient with yourself. Every day is not going to look like the way you want it to, and I'm trying to tell myself that. I think as long... Oh, fuck. Black Candle and the hand, dude. The halo, dog. Dude. The hand? That doesn't look like a hand. I need to go to bed. But now you guys know, like, just be kind to yourselves and be gentle. Like, and also, by the fucking way, I'm saying this because I need to hear it. The day doesn't have to go in the order in which you thought it was gonna go. Like, I really wanted to work out, but I just am unable. So I didn't eat very much today just because I couldn't move my body. And that's okay, but I could do little stuff later on. If I'm feeling better and a little less feverish and stuff, I can do other stuff later on. I can do some shit from bed later on. I can move my body in any way. I can do some weights later while I'm laying down. Like, there are so many different options for how you can adjust your day. And I think what taught me that was becoming more disabled than I already was. I already had to adjust the way that I did certain things in my life. Like, I never could go anywhere without a bathroom, and you know, I had to eat sometimes before I did things, or make sure I ate after I did certain things, or make sure that places had spaces for me to sit down, like stuff that I used to do as a kid that just kind of I didn't talk about or hid from other people out of embarrassment. It taught me that, and even before I did it, it wasn't like I wasn't aware. I was always very hyper aware of other people's inability to, you know, do things, but certain things teach you stuff. Like when I worked at a grocery store, and this woman would come in and she was deaf, and I, to this day, feel terrible that I couldn't communicate with her effectively. And I do hope that when I have the funds and I'm not like going through whatever the fuck, that I can learn American Sign Language, because I've heard it's actually not that hard to learn. And I would absolutely love to be somebody who people could consider safe in every way. So if you're deaf, that we can communicate. And if you're blind, that you can trust me, and whatever, right? Like, that's really important to me. I feel so bad about that, because I really do feel like the world could very easily be more accessible. It really doesn't honestly take much, except for the want to be accessible. So moving your day around and pivoting doesn't mean you like failed. Like, you don't have to do your day the way that other people do their days, and you don't have to do your day the way you originally thought you were going to do it. What's important is being kind to yourself and being kind to others, of course, as always, and then getting whatever you need to get done in a way that doesn't harm you further. That's the biggest thing I've learned, is like, getting stuff done is great. And I by the way, I still struggle with this, so like, I'm not like there, but I'm learning, right? That's just kind of like that's like life. Getting stuff done is great, but getting stuff done and then being able to get nothing done for 2 weeks because you've hit your limit, now you have post-exertional malaise, is so stupid. Like, I know that logically, but sometimes I still push through and get shit done anyways, knowing that it might fuck me up because it's mental. Like, I just feel like I need to get it done. Get it good. I do want this. I know that's not a good idea, but I might get a health up. So I'm going to hope with my fingers crossed. Well, the halo will give me a health up. Let me see. Yeah, halo. I am going to re-roll because I wanted a bomb, but that's not going to happen. I am really resisting the urge to sing Beyonce because there's just no reason for that at all. And that also probably came out really rough. And you know what? I'm not cutting it out. My throat's sore like I have not drank any water today. Which, by the way, I have drank plenty of water. Not plenty. Girl, don't even jack yourself off. I've drank at least a bottle and some change of water today, which is actually really low. It's 5 o'clock. But whatever. I'm not worried about it. So if I'm not worried about it, you're not worried about it. I thought it. Why am I like, I don't even, that it wasn't even like Irish. Scottish? Both? A Scottish person stroking out a little bit? I don't know, that didn't sound right. Please ignore that. I really don't want to be any slower, and I get stats up when my heart is at 1, so that's not really worth the hassle for me. What was that big ass bang? Pause. Part 4652 of people making loud noises, but everything's fine. That's like always how it is. Okay. Anyways, I always check because, like, God forbid you're like, oh, it's fine, and then it's not fine, and someone's laid out on the floor. That's not what we want. That's not what I want. I don't know what the fuck you want, but it's not what I want. Can I stop getting hit? Because I actually do need to retain my health. Shocking idea, I know. I actually do need to keep the health in order to win the greedier fight, which I'm feeling unconfident about, to be honest with you. I don't think I would be if I had kept my health, because my damage is really good, but I didn't. So I'm not feeling really confident. I mean, I could very easily get more health between this floor and the greedier fight, for sure. I know that. I'm aware. But when you give me fuck floors like this, and this is like the room I have to do right now, it makes it difficult. You know what I mean? What hit me there? Literally, what hit me there? And of course I have nothing. And as a matter of fact, I somehow didn't even get enough money to buy a full item, which means I might not have a choice but to take that yard. Yard? I might not have a choice. What are we doing? Why are we running away like that? That's fair. I might not have a choice but to take that lard. Oh, I got a blue heart. I don't remember why. Don't tell me. Fuck off! Are you eating my fucking fat ass? Are you kidding? Guys, not me taking another massive L on this YouTube channel because of the goddamn bloat! It is always the fucking bloat. If it's not the bloat, it's the bloat still. This guy is such a shit boss. And it's so annoying because all they had to do was make it so that he doesn't sit at the... Fuck you, dude. He doesn't sit at the top of the screen. I would say fair. It's a hard boss. But sitting at the top of the screen and then being unable to stand beneath him or below or beside him without him shooting you, and then you don't get diagonal tears in this game, will always be a massive pet peeve of mine. I fucking hate the bloat. I've always hated the bloat. I actually don't hate the bloat because he's hard. If anything, that part is fun to me because he's a lot of a harder boss. Excuse me. A much harder boss than everybody else. But the problem is that he sits where you need to shoot, but you can't without getting shot, and you don't get diagonal tears very often in this game. And you'd have to lob them in, which is a really ass way to do damage while he has his two eyes out and he's spawning other enemies. Like, that's a problem. We've gone from, like, Monstro to what the fuck is that? What is that? I'm not lying to you when I say I've done Hush sometimes. Easier than I've done the bloat. It's a skill issue a little bit, but it's also pissing me off. Do I start over? Or it's been 18 minutes. I really would like to stop losing. I swear to God, by the way, folks, I'm gonna need you to go back through my channel because when I don't get views, I swear to God, when I don't get views, I win. And when YouTube's like, you like to be in the algorithm, I lose. Explain it to me, please. Please explain it to me thoroughly and with at least 5 sentences and with no questions can be asked. Please, for the love of God, because it makes me so mad. Fucking spell it out for me like I'm 4. Okay, anyways, guys, I'm gonna read my lovely supporters of the channel. I'm really feeling bummed out, guys. I really didn't want to lose. Like, it's not helping that I've had a bad day, though. So I'm trying to tell myself it's not the end of the world to lose an Isaac run, but I'm feeling really sad. Thank you to Trash, Gotti, Penny, Fernando, Slizzor, Tommy, Glorith, Astris, Kenzie, Dancy, Spooky, Bread, Talisha, and Pidge. Guys, thank you so much for supporting the channel. I appreciate every single one of you. Take care, folks. Take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful Friday. I will see you tomorrow. And I swear to God, if I don't win, I'm going to rip my eyebrows out. And I just started growing them back. Much love, guys. Bye-bye.